Education. Now, education is very interesting. I'm just going to make one quick point about this. Larry Lindsay was a supply-side economist in the 1980s, and he was interested in getting to the bottom of how many bureaucrats do you find in the typical city educational system. So he went to New York City, and he did a little digging around. How many people work in the bureaucracy? And so he tried to place calls to the central bureaucratic phone lines, and he got to 6 people. He called 6 different people before he could find anybody who knew the answer. And the 6th person said, "I know the answer, but I'm not allowed to tell it to you." So that was another half dozen calls. So after a dozen calls, he finally reaches somebody who both knows the answer and can reveal it. And I'm sorry, it was at least 6,000. It could have been more. At least 6,000 bureaucrats in the system. I wish I could remember the exact figure, but at least that. Okay, so then he checks out the relevant figure for the city's Catholic schools. Now, it's true, the Catholic schools educate only about 1/6 as many students. So by the same proportion, they should have 1,000 bureaucrats. So he places his calls. He starts placing them. First call he gets, he says, "So how many bureaucrats do you have in the system?" And the person says, "I don't know." He says, "Oh, here we go again." But the woman puts him on hold, says, "Wait a minute, let me count." The answer was 26. And yet, all the time, we are always told the budget is just down to the bone. We can't cut anywhere, people. It is just that lean, man.